No, there's a video, the first statement made by the complaining witness when she comes to the police office is recorded, and that was tendered in discovery. I was under the impression that it was one of the officers who made a report. All the officers I have in the police reports, I'm thinking it's one of them. We've subpoenaed them, we can talk to them about it. This morning, I asked for the officers that I thought it was, Ms. Caballero,
Officer Caballero.
asked her, because she wrote the statement that she's the one that met them. So I said, here, will you have her review this 1 minute, 30-second body cam, just so we can.
So what's the issue?
Issue is, she says, well, that's not me. It's these, I think it's these two other guys who were mentioned nowhere in the reports. And in the video, she starts making a statement about what happened to those officers, and then it cuts off. So I don't know who those officers are. I don't know what that statement was. There's no way I can properly impeach her.
Well, the statement is not going to come in until we have a hearing on it.
Well, my issue is that they've got officers they want to bring who heard a second version, a third version, a fourth version. They're saying that's not us that heard that first version that you saw on video that got caught.
And they can't talk about that.
But how can they even talk about what she told them? Because I'm not able to impeach any of these witnesses if I don't have all of their statements that the state has. And I don't have the same knowledge that the police department has. Since they took these statements, that first statement might have tons of impeachment in it that I can use against Zanani, that I can use against.
So why is everybody waiting till the last minute to talk about a first statement?
To the state's knowledge, there are no statements that have not been disclosed to defense. Everything has been documented in the report and has been provided to defense.
So here's my question. Has the first statement been provided?
Yes.
So is the only issue that there needs to be an officer?
Hold on. What it is, Your Honor, is that the statement was stopped in the middle of the body cam video, the statement's done. So we were anticipating, thinking, because the impression that we got, it was from this one officer who was going to be testifying. So when we go to question her and we were asking her questions, it's basically saying, oh, that's not my body camera. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened at that point.
She didn't know what that statement.
So she doesn't know anything about that statement. So, and the statements have been changing throughout. So we want to see how far the statements have changed from statement number 1 to statement number 2 to statement number 3. If we're just finding out today that that statement number 1 wasn't even taken by the officers who we believed it to be, we can't properly impeach. If they can identify who that officer is, then we can bring them up and testify, well, what is it that she told you in statement number 1? But we can't even do that because they've not been identified to us. There's no supplemental reports by this person. And as you well know, in investigative processes, any officer that has any contact with a complaining witness and that complaining witness is making statements should, under proper investigatory standards, make a supplemental report so that we can know what's going on. We can't even say that today. So as far as the court's question as to why are we just finding this out right now, we just found out right now. This is not any bad conduct, and I'm not trying to impute any bad conduct on the DA at this point, but my point being is that this is something that should have been brought to our knowledge, and just hiding the ball and saying, well, we didn't think about it, we didn't know about it, that's insufficient. That's denying the client due process.
Here's my question. 1, how many statements were made?
At least 3.
One statement that they made initially to the officer. What they're referring to, this body cam that they have, there is no audio on this body cam itself. It cuts off. It's like a minute and something long. It's very short. If Your Honor would like to watch it, see there is no audio on it. Additionally, if the statements were, as I was saying, to Officer Caballero, who is here present to testify, if there's follow-up done by the assigned detective. That was good.
So this is my question. And I want everybody to answer the questions that are being asked. First, is this a statement involving the complainant?
Yes.
All right. So how many statements is the complainant is attributed to the complainant?
Okay, are we referring to different times when the statement was made?
Just a total. Did this all happen in one sequence?
Of course, it not.
All right. So here's the thing. I need one person at a time. And this is what I want to remind everybody. I cannot make a proper ruling if everybody wants to converse over each other. this is the information I need and this is the information I want. And then you can all do your arguments afterwards. So the first statement, and I'll just call it first statement, and that was by the complainant. Who is the officer who took the first statement? All right, I'm gonna have y'all step back. Y'all discuss whatever y'all want to discuss, then you come back. But the jury is coming in like 5 minutes. And if y'all have not finished discussing it, then that means that you all don't want me to make a ruling on anything.
I want you to make, you get it.
Yes.
All right. That's the first statement.
Percent she tries to make a statement about this incident.
All right. And then the second statement?
Is when she goes to the police station and meets with Officer Caballero.
No, he was, that's not correct. The second statement was made at the station to some mysterious police officer who had the body camera. And the body camera, as she starts to talk, it goes off. Now, the questions that we have is, what did she tell that officer and why? And if we had that officer, to ask the officer, why did you feel the need to turn off your body camera?
Is there a statement?
So what is in verification discovery, the video that they have is assigned to an Officer Kennedy. Reading on his supplement that they disagree, to me, it appears he is their live police department's version of like a UED. It's the person that essentially took the photographs, attached them to their, that's what his supplement looks like it reads. And people, I mean, yes, it looks like when he was taking photographs, statements were given to him, but essentially his purpose of coming to the station was for that. And there may have been statements given to him while he's taking photographs. Is the only body cam exists that is this one that they have, where as soon as potentially audio comes about, it cuts.
And the point that we're making with that particular statement, Your Honor, is that through their own witness and evidence we got so far from discovery, is that there was another officer there, and the Officer Kennedy saying that wasn't my body camera. That mysterious person.
We thought it was gonna be Officer Kennedy's. He's the only other person. Officer Caballero, when I asked her, well, why don't you take a look at this video before Kennedy gets here? She says that's not Kennedy.
Let me ask you this. Are these officers here?
Yes.
Officer Caballero and Detective Jimenez are here.
All right, bring them down. And they will come down and you all talk to them. All right, thank you.
A Texas felony assault trial took a dramatic turn over a missing body cam mystery. 187th District Court of Bexar County, defendant Duran Evans stood trial for allegedly choking a family member, a degree felony under Texas law. But just before the jury returned, the defense raised a bombshell discovery issue. A crucial body cam clip showing the complainant's first statement abruptly cuts off, and no one can clearly identify which officer recorded it. Argued the complainant gave at least 3 different versions of events, and without knowing who took that first statement, they couldn't properly impeach her or expose inconsistencies. If another officer documented it and no report was disclosed, that could raise serious due process concerns under Texas discovery rules. The prosecution insisted all materials were provided and that the clip contained no audio. Judge Stephanie Boyd pressed both sides for clarity as time ran out before the jury's return. What had been a routine evidentiary matter suddenly became a high-stakes battle over missing evidence, officer identity, and whether the defense had been denied a fair opportunity to challenge